And here we are, back with another inspired video. Y'all, first off, excuse my nose, very stuffy. I just had a lot of stuff go on, a lot of releasing. I am releasing a lot right now. And all these back-to-back transformations. Ooh, let me fix this. All these back-to-back transformations got me feeling more wise, more knowledgeable, more experienced and seasoned. And we need to talk about this. We need to really talk about this because this is something that I feel like has been going on for far too long. And we don't discuss it enough. It's so many different family dynamics. And I've been someone who was raised by a man that is not my biological father. And when I was younger, it was cute. It was cool. Oh, wow, this man has accepted another child of his own. Um, that's honorable. And no shade to my dad. I call him dad. That signed my birth certificate because, he did what he did with what he had. So that's appreciative. I can appreciate that as well. When we deal with individuals who take on the title of being someone's dad, um, I'm gonna need us to know why we're actually doing it and what is your intention behind wanting to be somebody's father, because it's deep and it has long-lasting effects and it can cause long-term trauma if you're not doing it because you actually want to be responsible for this child for the rest of their life, like a real father. And for me, I had a man who, like I said, signed my birth certificate and, claimed to be this father. However, he was not able to actually be my father long term. For one, he wasn't emotionally capable of being my father. Especially when it comes to men fathering daughters, you have to know how to love a woman first and foremost. To say you love a woman and to actually show her you love her is two different things. Women are very emotional creatures. And if you haven't studied women enough to actually know what is going on in a woman's mind and how to actually cultivate a safe space emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, then you're not qualified to be her father. A lot of men are wanting to be kids' fathers out of ego, out of validation, out of just hearing the word daddy. That gives them happiness enough to just feel and hear that word and not go in all the way when it comes to actually being a father to a child, to a son. But right now I want to specifically talk about daughters because that's what I am. I'm a daughter. I am a woman. And I've been on so many spectrums. I end up finding out who my real daddy was later down the line, and he's actually a cool dude. He wasn't emotionally mature enough to do a lot of things, and there's a lot of men out here that just aren't emotionally mature enough or equipped to actually be in relationships, for one, or to be a father. And that's another statement that I want to make. It's difficult for a man to actually be there for a daughter if he's never really been there for a woman, period. Just because you have a daughter does not mean, or just because you accept someone as your daughter does not mean automatically you're a good father. To be a father, to be a mother, to be a parent, those are the highest titles that you can receive in this lifetime. I know we think that being successful, being an artist, being trader, being whatever it is that you do in your profession, we think that those are the highest titles, but actually in spiritual law, universal law, it is being a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a wife, a husband. These are the highest titles, but in this reality that we live in, we are so skewed, we're so traumatized, and trauma is actually not a bad thing. It is what we have to learn the truth through. That is how we make ourselves free, through the truth of the trauma, so we can actually heal this and let it go. You're supposed to let go of trauma, not hold on to it. And it's here just to give us a deeper insight of not only ourselves eternally, but our collective consciousness, which is our ancestors, our parents, our friends, our siblings, family, all of that. All of this all connects into one. But I'm saying this to say that it's a lot of men out here who are not equipped to be a father, but claiming all these kids as their own that are not even biologically theirs. And they are more there for, try to be more there for other people's kids that are not theirs than their own. And that is not a flex. That is actually deflection. A lot of people want to use other kids as a way to make themselves feel better about themselves instead of actually doing the eternal work so they can actually love people according to the way that they need to be loved. A lot of fathers, wannabe fathers, are out here loving people the way that they think they need to be loved instead of the way that they need to be loved. When it comes to a woman, we are naturally more mature than men. You have some men out here that end up being very mature. I applaud y'all. Thank you. We need more of y'all. But just genetically speaking, genetically speaking, women tend to be more mature than men, emotionally, especially because we have a lot of emotions. We bear the children. We have these connections. We are nurturers. That's what we do. So if you're not able to nurture, because men are nurturing too. Let's not neglect that. Men are nurturers because regardless, we all come from woman. And at the root of it all, we are all female first. And then it splits, and then that's when you become a man and you get a penis. But we all have masculine and feminine qualities, and we should have balance with that. We should know how to navigate and balance all of those emotions. I've come across some very emotionally intelligent men who study themselves first and foremost, because if you study yourself, it's easy to study anybody else. So they study themselves, so they also study other people, women. They know how to navigate with women. They know what women need. They are open to receive this knowledge of what a woman needs. They know the heart of a woman. They know the soul of a woman. They know the mind of a woman. They know the body of a woman. I applaud y'all. But it's a lot of men out here who don't know. And they parade around like they want to know because they like the feeling of having a woman near, having this energy of a woman needing them, but it's a superficial need. They're trying to fill a gap within their ego. I had this guy that I've noticed that I would watch him with this daughter, that's not really his daughter, but he claims her as his daughter. Communicate, just navigate with her. He don't know how to show emotions. He's not good at showing emotions and tuning into the emotions of others. He always just like seems confused, and he gets very impatient. So this little girl gets an attitude one day, and his response to her is, "Oh, I hate it for whatever man is gonna be dealing with you when you get with someone." That was an immediate red flag. You never say that to a daughter, a woman that you love. You never say that. Because if you hate it for them, what is that teaching her? That she is not capable of being loved fully and being patient, to have patience for her and her emotions, to actually get to know why she feels the way that she feels, and let her know that how she feels is invalidated, and that only somebody whomever is going to be able to handle that, and it's not him. For you to set that precedence, this is only one occasion out of one thing. That's just something that I just noticed, and it's reminding me of how important it is to have real men around real daughters. And I say real daughters, like, take care of your daughters, your real daughters. Take care of the real women in your life. Stop using other people outside of what's already in your face as a way to try to not cope, but as a way to deflect your past traumas, a way to neglect, or a way to just make yourself feel better for all the fucked up shit you did in the past. Like, that's not a way to go about it. That's very repressive, and you're going to end up having health problems down the line. You're going to end up having the same situations reoccur over and over again because you're not getting to the root of this problem, and you're causing unintentional trauma that becomes intentional because you are choosing not to do the work. That's one example. And that brings me back to the fact that my dad, the one that signed my birth certificate, was never capable of being the father for me that he thought because of my mom. It's a lot of men that just do this because of the women too. They act like they want to be there for you, but as soon as y'all not together no more, they go ghost, and it doesn't really matter. They don't know how to have longevity. And that's what happened with me. My mama didn't end up being with him anymore. It's actually my sister's father, and I don't talk to him. And even when we do talk, it's not in depth. It's never been an in depth. He only have in depth conversations with my mama and his biological daughter. So even the family treated me different, which is, I'm so beyond that. This is just something that I feel like happened to me, so I can help prevent this happening in the future, and I can heal cycles of this actually happening, because people tend to treat people different who are not biologically theirs. And it's not a good thing, but that's not my point, too, because I mean, hey, it is what it is until it isn't. But my point here is that the title of being a father is more than just somebody calling you daddy. It's so much more than just somebody calling you daddy. So much more than somebody just calling you daddy. And if you're not capable of actually doing the work on yourself, then don't put yourself in a position to cause intentional trauma on other people because you are avoiding the work that you got to do. That relationship is over and done with. You need to let it go. A lot of people need to let it go unless you're actually able to navigate this and actually learn this child and be there with them even beyond finances. Because right now this girl is so young. She is so young. She don't fully get it right now. She just get that, this man wants me to call her, wants me to call him daddy. And I do. He's been there for a while. And he buys things for her. I didn't see her manipulate so many times and how to get some things out of him. Who doesn't want somebody to buy things for you or, do certain things? And then if you don't have a strong relationship with your own mother, you want somewhere to go outside of your home so you can just get away. And me and this little girl has had conversations on how she feel like he doesn't know her. He doesn't listen to her. He doesn't know her emotions. And she does what she does because she doesn't feel safe to express herself and her emotions because of the things that he say. So it's a lot of things that people do that are intentionally doing it, that don't realize the long lasting effects of this. She doesn't have a father. Her biological father is not there. Like, he's alive and there, but we have situations where your father's just not there. She already dealing with that. Now she has to deal with the man who claims he wants to be her father, but still is not getting her as an individual, as a woman that she is growing into. And that in turn causes more turmoil and conflict in the long run, especially if you don't become emotionally mature enough and sound enough to actually know who you are, what you need, your emotional needs, and all of this. And that's not just the man's fault, it's also the mother, because the mother is supposed to be there teaching her how to nurture her emotions and how to tap into her emotions and intuition and weed out who is for her and who is not for her. But if she's not doing that, then it's going to be even harder. Or not, because you might come across some other people who are able to fill that gap in between, and you gain more wisdom from that. Everybody is different, just like the case of these twins. These twins grew up in the same household with a drunken dad, that didn't care and did all this stuff, but one of them said, I'm not going to do that. And then the other one said, I'm just going to be the same way. So it all depends. Everybody is different. It all depends on your willpower and what you feel like you are worthy of based on your line of beliefs and thoughts about yourself and others. But this is something that really hurts my heart, but it also inspires me and encourages me to speak up more about stuff like this, because I've seen this. I've been there. I've dealt with a lot of men who were emotionally incompetent and just did not understand women, and they feared them, but they want them around so much because they like to be validated by a feminine energy, whether that be a fake child, whether that be a woman that they're intimate with, whether that be a friend with benefits, no matter the case. A lot of them tend to want to be in women's lives, but don't know how to honor, preserve this relationship, appreciate it, understand it. Like, women are really so much an open book, and so much even more open of a book when you create a safe space for them to be. They can seem like the biggest mystery ever if you don't make her feel safe. And I see a lot of men who claim these daughters that are not theirs, that don't cultivate a safe space. Because for one, they don't have a safe space within themselves. They don't even recognize spiritual inclination. They don't have any kind of spiritual inclination, no kind of spiritual backing. They don't understand. They don't understand. But they try to say, oh, I want her to make sure she has somebody who will be there for her through it all. But you're not. They say that and they want that in theory because it sounds good. But you actually got to do the work to actually make this a reality, make this real. And if you're not willing to do the work, you cannot think that you can be in somebody's life for the long haul and actually show them what it really truly means to have a real man and father in their life if you're not doing the work. I'm sure my dad, the one that signed my birth certificate, felt the same way. He wanted someone to be there since my dad wasn't there. But it takes work. He still doesn't know me from a can of paint. And I've been knowing this man since I was, 2? Still doesn't know me. Still doesn't know me. But he also still doesn't know women. I see it day in and day out. Like, he is in a relationship with a woman that he's not in love with. It's just cheaper to keep her. They don't know how to communicate. They're not in love. It's just convenient. Inconveniently convenient. Because it's never convenient to stay with somebody just because it's cheaper to keep her. That's never been a convenience. It's always been you just living a settlement. And that's what a lot of people do. And it's time for things to change in that regard. It's really time for things to change in that regard. Start with me. Because I would never, ever, ever allow my daughter to call any other man a dad, a father, unless she wants to, for one. She has to have an evolved enough brain to actually connect the dots and make sense of this in her own way, because a child doesn't know. A child is just going off of what you tell them, so they're gonna say it or do it. But like I said, that for one, and then for two, this man actually shows that he knows how to attune to a woman's emotions, to a woman's mind, a woman's spirit, a woman's tone, until he's willing to study first me, because I'll be damned you studying my kid and you ain't studying me. You got to study me first, understand and overstand who I am as a divine feminine in your life, and then her. And you have to do this with actions. You have to back this with actions. No talk, actions. You have to cultivate a safe space. And until you're willing to do that and follow that orders of operation, my daughter would never call another man daddy. I would never be placed in a situation where I allow words to misconstrue actions when I don't trust my intuition because I'm trying to get somebody the benefit of the doubt. Doubt has no benefit. I don't want to doubt anything. And if I'm doubting it, then it's not for me. Period. Because my intuition already told me. That's a part of the woman's intuition. She tells you, baby. She lets you know ASAP. Okay? ASAP Rocky. And it's this is real, man. This is real. This is real. I shout out to all the fathers out there who actually are fathers, not just the title, but actually taking the time to sit with their women, sit with their daughters, and cultivate a safe space for them to heal, to listen, to learn, to teach, to reach each other deeper beyond the surface. Shout out to y'all. And please continue to show the brothers more of this so they can know how to be there for our women, be there for themselves, be there for the children. Shout out and keep doing this work, y'all. Keep doing this work because I'm going to keep doing it. All I have is time. All I got is time. That's all I got. That's all I got is time. So I will continue to reflect. I will continue to build. I will continue to share my peace. I will continue to do what I do. But yeah, I just feel like I needed to share that message. Like, because I already see it. My intuition is so strong. Like, I see everything now before it happens. So this past month, these past few weeks, I didn't see everything that happened to me before it happened. So I'm not so bent out of shape about it as I would have been if I didn't see. If it just hit me like, oh, I didn't know none of this was happening. I knew everything was happening before it happened. So I'm much more equipped to handle this, and I'm not stressed out or traumatized about this situation that just happened to me that most people could freak the fuck out about or be super depressed about. But this is actually a blessing in disguise. For real, for real. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that my higher self has given me another chance to continue to walk this life and make better decisions for not only myself, but my daughter, for my future children, for my future husband. Because, baby, life be lifing, but we life back. We definitely life back. So for all you fathers out here, these wannabe fathers that just want to validate their ego and deflect the healing that they actually got to be doing, please stop. Do yourself, do that girl, that daughter that you claim you love a favor, and be real and let her go. Many of y'all just need to let them go. Like, the more y'all hold on, it's reminding me of the Marquis. You got to learn when to let go. You have to be able to admit defeat. You have to be able to admit that you lost. But just because you lost does not mean you can't win again. Because many times you're going to lose. But that's what makes you get up and go again and learn and know what to do better next time. Cut your losses. Cut your losses. It may seem like it hurt in the beginning, but she going to be thankful for that in the long run. Because you going to do way more good than harm if you let go now versus holding on and still continuing to inflict trauma. Still continue to inflict pain unnecessarily, because that's not even your place. People over here inserting themselves into people's lives when they ain't even have to, and the kids didn't even ask. They didn't even ask. You inserted yourself because you had all this pride, and part of it is still because you didn't want to let go of that relationship. Let's be real too. You ain't want to let go of that relationship. And now you're seeing all that stuff that's inside of that woman that you don't even want to be with no more inside of these kids. And you're intentionally taking out that frustration from that woman that you didn't want to be with on that kid. And I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. And it doesn't have to happen. Whose dog is this? Whose dogs are these? Get away. It doesn't even have to happen, y'all. So, yeah. Get your shit together, brother. And sisters, get your shit together too. Stop letting these men be in your kids' lives because you think that you just need a break for the weekend and you don't really care because you got some work that you got to do yourself. So you trying to use that as your way to just get away from your kids when you need to just stop fucking people and moving from relationship for relationship and thinking that it's okay to expose your kids to stuff like this. Like, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. And we need to be real about it. Like, be real. Like, be so real. Like, this experience is really gaining me so much wisdom, so much knowledge, and so much stuff that I can pass on and teach. And my emotional maturity, my awareness is next level. Next level. Like, I see stuff that people don't see, that don't see what they don't see. Like, I can tell exactly what's going on with the situation that I was just in. Like, I knew everything. And I already came into it knowing that it was just going to build me wisdom. Like, I literally came into this saying, like, I just want to learn some stuff. Because I knew he wasn't a man for me. But I just want to learn some stuff. And I did. I did. So I'm passing this on from a woman to a woman to a man. Let's get it together, y'all. To be a mother, to be a father, to be a brother, a sister, a husband, a wife is the highest title. And this is according to African spirituality. Like, it means so much more than just calling somebody a father and calling somebody a mother. Really be there. Really be there. That means you got to show the fuck up. Like, for real. Stop half-ass loving these kids. And stop blaming your past for you not being able to and actually do the work so you can love these kids. Do that shit now. Because we ain't got time to be playing about the love that we get these kids, because this is what we showing for them to accept in the future. Like, you can't be disrespecting the mama and wanting to fuck with the kid. Like, seriously. And then there's a lot of mamas out here who ain't seeing that and still letting these niggas disrespect them, but still letting them be around their kids. Your children is seeing that. And if he can't respect you, he's not going to respect your child. That's only going to happen but so long. And you're going to get those minuscule little, subtle little things that happen that you're not paying attention to, because a lot of y'all are not emotionally and spiritually aware enough to actually see what's going on. So you just bypassing it and be like, oh, he loves my kid. He wants to take care of them. He gets them every weekend. That does not mean somebody cares about you. That just means somebody is trying to do something for their own benefit. A lot of people are doing stuff or caring for people just because they want to feel good about themselves. It's not really about the kid. Because if you really cared about the kid, you would do what's best for the kid and not what's best, what you think is best for you. Because what's best for you is not what's best for the kid. What's best for the kid is for you to leave them alone, honestly. And occasionally, maybe you could just send the mama some money here and there. But you not doing the work is doing more harm than good. So I'm going to leave that there because I can keep going on about this. Because this is, woo! But y'all let me know if y'all want a part 2 of this and how y'all feeling in comments. If you felt like somebody else needed to hear this, please share this video with somebody, because I know a lot of people need to hear this. I actually should send this to my dad. I don't know if that stirs some things up, but honestly, I'm at a point where I just need to tell the truth. Life is so short, and people really think they out here doing something when they really not. I appreciate everything that people try to do, but I'm to the point now where I'm just not trying to waste my time anymore investing in things that are not giving me a return in investment. Yeah. I'm really in my trading mind. Yeah, I have emotions and stuff, but I got to see past those emotions and actually see what is actually being presented to me right now. And that's the truth. And the truth doesn't, the truth don't lie because it's the truth. You got to just accept it and move forward. So it is what it is until it isn't. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you feel like it benefited you in any kind of way and it resonated. Whoop-de-doo, or do whatever else you need to do. But thank you for listening. Until next video. Peace.